go nowhere. Let's create. What I'm going to prepare today is a very quick meal consisting of black beans with salmon sausages. These sausages are purchased from a chef friend of mine. His company is J. Lo Artisan. These are delicious salmon. This is not the typical salmon. They are high quality. You have crab meat inside this link. It's not done with pork, the casing. It's actually lamb. Highly recommended. See the link in the description. I have here black beans. You can use the dry ones, but you have to go through the process of softening them. But if you're in the hurry, use a can. Just take the water out, clean it up. And this is about a can, the size of a can. But once again, you can use the dry ones too, but you have to go through the process of softening them. I have here, that's about half a tomato, which I cut in pieces. A little bit of onion, 2 or 3 teeth of garlic. You're only going to need some salt, extra virgin olive oil. And I have here what we call sofrito in Puerto Rico, which in essence is a way that we preserve or sofrito, which is a combination of ingredients. This is optional because it has already garlic, which I love. That's what I'm using more. It has onions, bell peppers, and a couple other ingredients that you prepare and then you refrigerate. You put also in the freezer if you want to use it later. This one I created 2 years ago. Link in the description. Look how fresh it looks even after 2 years. And then eventually when you want to use it, you move it from the freezer to the refrigerator. And mine has been in the refrigerator for about 3 weeks and still how fresh it is. So because of the quality, which is high quality, salmon sausages are going to cook in such a fashion that it cooks inside and the outside doesn't burn. And the way I'm doing this, because I'm going to eventually cut them to, cook them with the beans, is I'm going to boil them. And this is not going to take a long time, maybe 5-8 minutes. You have to boil them so it cooks inside, okay? About 5 or 6 minutes later, turn this off and have your cast iron or pan ready. This is half extra virgin olive oil, which I'm heating up to get it hot. Because this is water that you pull in from water. It's going to jump. If you jump, just move it around. Like move it out the heat. So this is going to take about a minute or two. What you're doing is cooking the outside a little bit so it doesn't look too pallid. It's about a minute with that. Give it a nice looking color without burning the casing. So once you do that, cut it in half. And then cut them in the middle. And then cut them in little blocks. And it's going to look like this. See? I'm going to put a little bit of oil. I got this a couple notches above medium. This is a pot. And I'm going to use the same oil I used for the sausages. Let me cool it down a little bit. Let me start with the sofrito. Oh, the sauce smells delicious. This kitchen is going to smell delicious. Now, few seconds. I'm going to add a little bit of onion, just a little bit. I don't want it to, a lot of onions there. And I'm going to add the tomatoes. No tomato sauce, no anything like that. I just want chunks of tomato. If you don't like tomatoes, just ignore them, don't add them. Some people don't like to eat tomatoes because of whatever. Do this for a few seconds, mix other flavors. Now it comes the garlic. I like to mince it. You don't want to mince it, just cut in tiny pieces, chop it. But I don't want chunks, I want to mince this baby. Put that little chunk there. Move things around so they don't burn. And I'm going to do with two. I want that garlic taste is good. This is a I call it a testosterone booster meal. It's going to boost your testosterone. Salmon, beans, what else can you add, huh? Maybe some eggs if you wanted to, but I won't do that to this. I'm going to add some of the salmon. So the flavors mix. In fact, let me add a little bit more. And you mix those flavors. Let me lower the heat to medium. Let me add the beans. Let me mix everything together. For a few seconds. And now what you're going to add, some water, but I'm going with vegetable stock. You add sufficiently depending how soupy you want it. Add about half a cup, you can add 1 cup for the amount. This is like 16 ounces of beans, plus the 2 sausages, half a tomato. Let me add the cup. And because these beans are already soft, if you do your due diligence, they are ready to cook. It's not going to take a long time. But I want the flavors to mix, so I'm going to leave this together, cooking. I'm going to add a couple notches above medium again. And I'm going to let it cook. And if you need more liquid, you add it too. That's at about 6-7 minutes. 5 might be sufficient, but I'll go with 7 to ensure these flavors are mixed. About, I say, a minute into the process, when it starts boiling a little bit, give it a quick taste. If you feel that needs some salt, add a little bit. This one doesn't need a lot, just a tiny bit. Mix things up. Okay, been 5 to 7 minutes. Oh my goodness. Let me get this close, right, so you can see it. Up close and personal. Unfortunately, you cannot smell it or taste it, but I will take care of that for you. Look at this baby. Look how beautiful, huh? Ain't that beautiful? Look at that. Boosting that testosterone, huh?